Hey, what's up? So today I was going to give a talk about remembering names and something uplifting that would help you out. Help you out. And I'm feeling a little depressed right now, a little sad actually. I was working today and I was a little tired. I went to sleep pretty late last night, so I took a nap in the mid-afternoon. And when I woke up, I felt a bit depressed. I felt a little sad. I felt a little empty. Like, why am I here? What what is my purpose? I kind of sat there letting the emotions and letting these thoughts simmer around in my head. And I was quite honestly feeling really sad, depressed, a bit lonely. I just sat there and just watched the sadness and this depression kind of fill my body. And I've been through the cycle enough times to where I understand that it'll pass, and I know that it's a temporary feeling. This feeling of depression or feeling sad or feeling like, what's the point of this all? So I just wanted to actually record this while I was in this state of being sad, this state of being depressed and feeling a little bit hopeless, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you can relate, because this happens to me every so often where just out of the blue, I would just start feeling sad, depressed, lonely, and it would just simmer inside of me, inside of my soul, and I just feel it, take over my body. And as it was happening, I actually walked up to my roommate and I was like, "Hey, man, I'm feeling a bit sad right now. I'm feeling a little bit depressed. I just want to talk this out with you." And we started talking and talking, and I told him how I felt. And as I was talking, it was able to pull me out a little bit, pull me out of this sad state. And I always knew that talking to people always helped. It was either one of three things. It was going to see friends, talking to people, going to work out really hard, or going to just experience something new, like just getting a change of environment. That was able to pull me out of the sad, depressed state. And I just wanted to talk about how this is perfectly normal. There's no one in the world that I think is 100% optimistic, positive all of the time. And I think it's part of human nature to go through these waves and these cycles of happiness and joy, and then a little bit of sadness and depression out of nowhere. And you kind of, on a day-to-day basis, you're hovering in between these two states. Some days you may be up on top of the world, some days you might feel sad like I am right now. And I actually looked this up as I was feeling a little bit depressed, and on this website, Pick the Brain, they said, understand the emotional cycle. Life is an emotional roller coaster. Some days you feel like nothing can stop you, other days you feel utterly hopeless. Most of the time you're somewhere in between. Understanding the pattern of positive and negative emotions will help you to put your feelings in perspective. Next time you feel down, just remember it's a natural emotion that will inevitably pass. Knowing that a feeling of depression is only temporary makes it less dreadful. So just understanding that this, me personally understanding that this feeling will pass, this too shall pass, helps tremendously. And knowing my own habits of how I can pull myself out by going to go meet new people or seeing my friends, going to do something new, or going to work out really hard. That is more oftentimes, 95% of the times, enough to pull me out of this rut, this sadness. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Was I just wanted to catch myself in this state so I can share it with you to show that it's a completely natural thing. Because I like to view myself as a pretty positive person, but it's not 100% of the time, all the time. I go through my ups, I go through my downs, and I wanted to catch myself in my downs so I could share it with you. Chilling here, and still feel a little bit wondering, life's big questions. Why am I here? What am I doing? And I know what's going to get me out of this, and it's going to go be work out really hard at the gym. So when I'm done with that, I will report back, and you'll see a change of state within me from this kind of chill, sad, melancholy state to back to my energetic, uplifting self. So I'll see you in a little bit. I'm going to go work out, meet some people, talk to some people, and I will see you in a little bit. Yo, what up? Happy July 4th. And I was going to record this yesterday when I was feeling a little bit depressed and sad, but I forgot to. I got caught up. I went to the gym, met some friends, and I wasn't depressed anymore. So yeah, yesterday I was caught in a pretty bad mood, a sad, depressed sort of mood, and I wanted to record myself in that state of mind, and I wasn't myself. I wasn't energetic. I was just a little meh. And the only way I was able to overcome that was I literally went to the gym, worked out. I really did an awesome workout, called up some friends, met them, had some dinner, and went out to the mall. And then this morning, I went to my first Cars and Coffee with a couple of friends. We went to go see nice cars, meet the owners. After that, we had breakfast at a nice breakfast joint. And I'm feeling super good right now, super re-energized, not depressed, not sad. And it was because I went and did stuff. And I'm going to butcher it because I just thought of it in my head, but I think it was Ray Charles. One of the blues singers says, when the blues has got you, bust a groove, or something along those lines. So when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling down, depressed, just go do something. The worst thing you can do is just let yourself marinate in your bed and just sink into it. I've done that plenty of times. It usually doesn't help at all. It just makes things worse. And the only times I'm able to get out of that is by just literally picking myself up, going to work out, going to see friends, just doing something outside of letting your brain marinate on these thoughts of sadness and depression, whatever you want to call it. Feel sad, feel depressed, pull yourself out. It's going to be a little hard in the beginning because that's the last thing you want to do is get up and just go do something. Find that thing that makes you happy, that can pull you out. I know for me it's working out and seeing friends, or going out and seeing people. So when I feel I'm in that depressed state, I'm able to be like, hey, I know how I can get out of this. I'm going to go do something, go work out, go see friends, socialize, and then I'm back to my normal self. And this is completely normal with everyone. There's no one out there that's 100% happy all the time. There's always waves, and it's just part of the human experience, is you're going to go through these waves of happiness and sadness, and that's what makes us human, you know? We're not just one or the other. We go through experiences, both the highs and the lows, and that's the only way to know that you're in a high and just to appreciate the highs is to have those lows. Without the lows, you wouldn't be able to appreciate the highs. So happy 4th of July, and be safe. Love you. It's sunny. It's hot. Hopefully I finish this before my camera overheats. Deuces.